Hi guys, and welcome back to my kitchen. I have another Back to Cake Basics episode for you today, and I'll be sharing my whipped cream frosting. I get tons and tons of requests from you guys to share a frosting that's not a buttercream, and this is the one. This is actually my personal favorite. If I'm making a cake for myself, this is the recipe that I use. It's super easy to make, it's not too sweet, and it's perfect for frosting any cake. Let me show you how to make it. I'm going to start things off with 1 cup of unsalted butter, and I've softened this at room temperature. I'm going to drop this into my mixing bowl. To the butter, I'm going to be adding 12 ounces of whipped cream cheese. Now, I love whipped cream cheese because it makes this recipe really light and fluffy, but regular cream cheese will also work. Just make sure to soften this at room temperature. I'm going to turn this on and whisk the butter and cream cheese together for about 3 to 4 minutes until it's light and fluffy. I have my butter and cream cheese mixed together. Next, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a tiny pinch of salt, about 1/8 teaspoon. It's going to really balance out the flavors here. And 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Just pour that right in. And we're gonna mix this all together. I'm gonna stop and scrape down the sides of my mixing bowl to make sure that everything gets incorporated. And now for the last ingredient, 1.5 cups of heavy cream. You want to make sure this is ice cold, and I recommend using a heavy cream with at least 35% fat content. I'm going to pour that right in. Now this next step will either make or break your recipe, so listen carefully. You want to whisk the cream into the mixture just until it's combined. You want to be really careful not to overmix. If it's overmixed, the frosting will simply separate. And it literally takes 10 seconds on high speed with my mixer to reach this right consistency. You want to be super careful not to overmix. The first couple of times, I recommend mixing it on medium speed until you get this light and fluffy consistency. And I really want you guys to see the consistency of this frosting. It's just so light and fluffy. It's perfect for frosting cakes or even cupcakes. It's just gorgeous and it tastes so good. And that's it guys for my whipped cream frosting. What I like to do is once I have the frosting made, I let it set in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. It thickens up the frosting and then it's easier to work with and easier to frost a cake. And what I also like to do is lick off my whisk. This frosting is so good. You can literally just eat it by the spoon. So creamy, so light and fluffy. Delicious. Next time you guys are looking for a frosting recipe that's not a buttercream, make sure to give this one a try, and make sure to check out all my other cakes that I've used this frosting with. They're so delicious. I hope you guys enjoy them.